Hello. We continue to read from the Old Testament book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15. Today we are reading verses 24 through 35. Today is Tuesday, July the 25th, and this is the Greenbrier Valley Church of the Nazarene with your daily devotion. Welcome. 1 Samuel 15, verses 24 through 35. Then Saul said to Samuel, I have sinned. I violated the Lord's command and your instructions. I was afraid of the men, so I gave in to them. Now I beg you, forgive my sin and come back with me, so that I may worship the Lord. But Samuel said to him, I will not go back with you. You have rejected the word of the Lord, and the Lord has rejected you as king over Israel. As Samuel turned to leave, Saul caught hold of the hem of his robe, and it tore. Samuel said to him, The Lord has torn the kingdom of Israel from you today, and has given it to one of your neighbors, to one better than you. He who is the glory of Israel does not lie or change his mind, for he is not a human being, that he should change his mind. Saul replied, I have sinned, but please honor me before the elders of my people and before Israel. Come back with me, so that I may worship the Lord your God. So Samuel went back with Saul, and Saul worshipped the Lord. Then Samuel said, Bring me Agag, king of the Amalekites. Agag came and changed, and he thought, Surely the bitterness of his death is past. But Samuel said, As your sword has made women childless, so will your mother be childless among women. And Samuel put Agag to death before the Lord at Gilgal. Then Samuel left for Ramah, but Saul went up to his home in Gilbeth of Saul. Until the day Samuel died, he did not see Saul again. Samuel mourned for him, and the Lord regretted that he had made Saul king over Israel. And that is the word of the Lord. The article today is titled Consequences of a Half-Hearted Confession by Carol Rittenhouse. Here's what Carol has to say. The legend of Robin Hood goes back to the 1300s. He is commonly known as an outlaw who robbed from the rich to give money to the poor. His story and his heroics have been the source of many childhood adventures. Interesting, those childhood musings don't really consider that stealing, no matter how good the motive, is wrong. In our passage today, Samuel confronts Saul with his disobedience. Rather than to take full responsibility, Saul gave a half-hearted, flowery confession. I have sinned, but the soldiers took the sheep and cattle from the plunder, the best of what was devoted to God, in order to sacrifice them to the Lord your God. He even told Samuel he was afraid of his own men. He begged forgiveness, but the damage was done. The king of Israel, appointed by God through Samuel, was so swayed by his people, he failed to lead them through the example of obedience that God desired. It was not the sin alone that ruined Saul. It was his failure to be humble about it. When we are confronted with our own disobedience, it is best to enter God's presence with humility and honesty to receive forgiveness and restoration. Jesus, my strength, my hope is the hymn for today, and it is written by Charles Wesley. I want a true regard, a single steady aim, unmoved by threatening or reward to thee and thy great name. And from Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. If you fully obey the Lord your God and carefully follow all his commands I give you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all nations on earth. And this is your daily devotion for Tuesday, July the 25th. Have a blessed day.